Hi, spots and cheap pops! Silicon Steve Valley, the Impaler on the other side. We are talking professional wrestling. There is nobody with the jib and the jab like the Silicon One and the Impaler. Impaler, how are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, depending on when you're listening to it?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Valley. I got to say, I'm probably doing better than a certain fan that decided to tackle Seth Rollins last night at Raw.
Well, let's not bury the lead, which you just did. We talk about Seth Rollins making an exit last night after a really awesome spot in his moment on Raw, and a fan. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is allegedly a fan by the name of Elijah Spencer. I think the alleged part is his name, and he's the guy who did it, to be clear. Somebody definitely jumped the guardrail, ran a good 10, 20 yards, tackled Seth Rollins, and frankly, got the better end of the stick there between Seth Rollins. Definitely not a Triple H deal. Oh, and
not even close.
And Homeboy is a little bit famous now, but he wanted to give shout outs to Tamina, Finn Balor, Adam Pearce, and of course WWE, and even Seth Rollins, even though he attacked him. So what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell's going on there? I mean, and then he also, he mentioned Seth Rollins, which is weird. I just tackled you, but thank you. And then, then of course he did this for the bloodline because, hey, why wouldn't you do something as nice for the bloodline? You know, like they've been there for him. It seems
it's smart to have them in your corner. It's kind of like,
it is.
It's smart. They carry a lot of stroke around there.
It would seem that way. Hopefully they can help him with this whole legal issue.
It's Paul Heyman. That would be perfect for Paul Heyman. His dad was a lawyer. Oh, did you actually see his face when he tackled Seth Rollins? Oh, Mr. Spencer, when you were attacking Seth Rollins, did anyone see you? No. So how could it be sure it's you? It wasn't me. Good point. I can't be sure. I don't think it was me. Your Honor, let him off. Anyway, but wow. That's one of the craziest things I ever saw. And I think this is a big fucking deal. Pardon my language. But what if this wasn't Seth Rollins? What if this wasn't a 230-pound, 220-pound, very fit man? It'd be a fit person, obviously. But what if it was Zelina Vega, Alexa Bliss? God forbid his own wife. So if I was a talent in WWE, I mean, dude, it's not hard. It's not impossible. I shouldn't say it's not hard, but it's not impossible to sneak in a weapon of any sort. Even if it's wooden, you can bring in a wooden spear. Maybe have one of those guns that John Malkovich had in the line of fire.
Wow, what a reference. It seems like you've actually done some thinking on this.
This is on top of the lid, baby. But,
wow.
Yeah, I'm wearing a good lid right now. You know what I'm saying? So it might be, if I'm a talent in WWE, you got to be like, hey, what are you going to do to keep us safe? Because anything could have happened. Steffi Graf, was that her? Is she the one that got stabbed by the fan?
Yeah, she got stabbed. Yep.
That easily could be a WWE superstar. And as athletic and as amazing as some of these women, or even Drake Maverick's not going to be there anymore, but a small person, Zelina Vega, she's in the best shape in the world. But if she doesn't see somebody coming, it doesn't matter how good a shape she is. If they got a shank, she's in trouble. So if I'm a WWE superstar now, I go to Vince McMahon or whoever and say, where's that dude from the mid-90s who's super fucking jacked? Because clearly something's a foul.
He'd be like, what do you mean? You want me to go back in time and get the guy from the 90s?
Well, no, it speaks to a dangerous environment. And again, details are not being met. And now these are details about people's safety. I mean, when do you ever remember the WWE not paying attention to details of someone's safety?
Listen, this hasn't really happened on a live show recently, so there's a good chance that their guard was down. I know that their guard is going to be up for the next few years. I'm sure. It's going to be a constant reminder that somebody found a soft spot in their defense. Really, I mean, you mentioned it seems like you've done some introspection here and you thought about how you'd be able to go and sneak weapons into an event yourself as well, which is intriguing, especially, going to a hero like John Malkovich's character in A Line of Fire. It's like,
he was a hero. You can make a very strong argument that John Malkovich was a hero in that movie if you are a demented fuck. But from his perspective, I understood where he was coming from. I got it.
I mean, so the guy could have had a weapon. I mean, can you imagine how dangerous he would have been if he ran up to Seth Rollins and gave him advice on a gimmick that would actually work?
I'm not hating on Seth Rollins, man. I'm going to show some respect to Seth Rollins because everyone's killing him. Chavo Guerrero particularly killing him for not doing more to the guy. By the time he was up and had his faculties, the guy was pinned down by two guys. Would you want him to take some free shots? Would that have made Seth Rollins a man? He already got bitched out. It happens. He got his sucker tackle.
You know what? I was thinking about that. I don't know what the board of WWE would have said to him if he was stomping away while he was already tackled down. Like that would have probably pissed some, high-ranking people off with that. It's not a good image to project on live TV, especially.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins is as a professional sports entertainer as they come. I mean, he has weaved himself from indie wrestler to professional wrestler to now full-blown sports entertainer. And I like to think he did it because of the right reasons. I'm trying to figure that out. I think he did it because I don't think he's like, I'm not going to beat the guy when he's down. And the guy probably got the shit kicked out of him even more at the back.
I would think so.
It reminds me of that Homer Simpson when he was at the U2 concert. See, he'll get the help he needs, and it's just Homer getting the shit kicked out of him.
Or it's like the Revival walking that guy out of the building that attacked Bret Hart is more like it.
Exactly. So, but this talks to something else, and I don't know how much this has to do with it, but there's a lot of angst and anger within a WWE crowd right now. And look, Bubba Ray, he's famous for saying, well, he's famous for other things, but he famously said that a good wrestling fan, listen how prophetic this guy is. A good wrestling fan will get what they deserve. A bad wrestling fan will get what they deserve. So you mean everyone will get what they deserve? Yeah. Thanks, Bully Ray. That's no wonder. I'm glad you wrote all those promos. Anyways, the point of that is wrestling fans, wrestling companies will get what they deserve as well. If you treat your fans dumb and you disappoint them over and over and over, and something you've been doing for about 2 decades, that's why you get people chanting AEW at your shows. That's why you have fans jumping over the guardrail. I don't know if that's really the reason.
Nah, it's a stretch.
But it might be. There might be some real post-traumatic stress syndrome from watching WWE. Imagine if you started watching pro wrestling in 2005. WWE is all you know. You have no idea what else could happen. And then you see all these other people are saying, hey, the way you know is completely different. It can really cause PTSD. With that in mind,
it could.
I have great news for the show. Are you ready?
What's that? Yes, please.
We have a brand new sponsor here on High Spots and Cheap Pops. Are you excited?
Oh, I am so excited.
Speaking of members of the WWE Universe who might be encountering PTSD, let's get a word from our brand new sponsor. Hi, are you a member of the WWE Universe and you experience agitation, irritability, hostility, and destructive behavior every time Seth Rollins is on television without wrestling? Are you dealing with fears that one of your favorite characters is going to be released because of budget reasons, despite record profits, and then go see them be 10 times cooler on another wrestling company?
Has all six failed Baron Corbin gimmicks making you feeling hopeless, like there really is no God and no reason to even keep going? If you said yes to any of these questions, we can help. I am Stephen Valley Esquire here at HS&CP, lawyers at law. We have helped over hundreds of members of the WWE Universe to get financial compensation after things of being disappointed, feeling made stupid, and feeling abused has caused them so much emotional stress. We here at HS&CP Law, we decided to take action. Don't take my word for it. Here's one of our clients.
I just couldn't believe it. I loved Finn Balor, and he was going to beat Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, right? It was such a great moment. He got up. It was great. And then the rope broke for no reason at all. No explanation. Nothing. Just it broke for no reason. Just didn't make any sense. And later that week we saw a video. I mean, millions of people saw this video that the cameraman cut the rope. So I started being hopeful, and I started thinking, well, maybe it's somebody who wants to start a problem with Finn Balor. Then it would make sense. Somebody cost Finn Balor the match intentionally. It would make sense that the rope break. It would make sense. That's all I wanted to do is make sense. Pat McAfee put God over as helping Roman Reigns beat Finn Balor. So God turned heel, Pat. Is that what happened? That's all you got? We saw it was a caravan. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. We're not stupid.
We also help current WWE employees like Paul L. from Stamford, Connecticut. You know, you work year after year after year to try to build something and do something that you put your every bit of your heart and your energy into, right? And then something people love and enjoy. And then in a couple of weeks, they turn it into a rainbow acid trip bullshit that can't even draw 500,000 people. When you put that much work into something, it kind of hurts you. That was actually just more depressing than anything. It wasn't even really funny. So we're fighting for you. We're saving lives here now, people. So call 465-336-3661. That's Golden Egg 1. 465-336-3661. And we'll take those giant grapefruits and make the most delicious grapefruit juice you ever did taste. Right where Vince McMahon wants to be hurt the least. His pocketbook. Call us today. This is Stephen Valley, Esquire.
Wow. Well, it's good to see that we finally are generating some damn revenue around here. The Law Offices of HS&CP. Those guys are great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think
they got me out of a DUI once.
Wow. They sound really good at what they do.
They just paid the judge off, I think, but it's cool. So that kind of parlays into about some angry fans, parlays into Survivor Series, a lot of backlash from it. AEW chants are happening on the pre-show. Fans disappointed leaving the arena in Brooklyn. And a lot of people were really angry with this pay-per-view. And we would be remiss if we did not talk about the golden Fabergé egg that Vince McMahon, I guess, suspended the 24/7 title. Mid-Carders. What, a 24/7 spot? Nah, we're doing a golden egg spot. And by the way, Vince didn't sound nearly that coherent or clear when he was the on-air talent. Let's talk about the egg, man. What's going on here?
I mean, again, it's just a movie tie-in, just like you had the zombie lumberjacks. It's on that
We
level.
already did this, didn't we? We already did this, so we didn't actually. Sorry. Dude.
Yeah. Your short-term memory is a thing to be concerned about here, Mr. Valley.
Well. All right, so we got that in already. What else were we going to talk about? Except for AEW. No, the AEW. Wasn't there one more WWE thing? Or just Survivor Series? That's right. So Survivor Series.
Yeah, you want to talk?
Yeah. Was that?
You wanted to talk about Survivor Series? Go for it.
Nah. I'm done with that.
Okay.
No, but
We
well,
talk about
let's
AEW.
get started. So the Survivor Series is getting a major backlash. What have you read about it? I know you didn't watch it, obviously, but again, you piss these fans off over and over and over and over again. There's going to be these chickens are starting to come home to roost, and it's gonna happen more and more and more as time goes on, and it's because these pay-per-views are becoming fewer and farther between and more almost commonplace. Every single time they have a major pay-per-view, this was a nothing built pay-per-view. Nothing. Zero effort. And you fast forward it and make us pretend like we should care. You do not, at the very least, you don't squelch rumors about the biggest superstar on the entire planet being at your show, even though he mentioned it on network television. Somebody who works in the same company you guys are tied to, Jimmy Fallon, mentions it in an interview with Roman Reigns. This is why your fans hate your product, because you give them a fucking egg, a golden egg to chase after. With a 76, almost 77-year-old Vince McMahon, who, let's be honest, folks, it's uncomfortable to watch him perform on camera now. Can we be honest? And I love God. He's the godfather of professional wrestling. We know it. We know who Vince McMahon is. Legend, genius. But it's uncomfortable for me to watch him on television. I didn't even go back and watch the spots. And the thing is that he's also not the same draw anymore either. So if this golden egg thing, just to get Vince on camera, and that was going to be enough to curtail the disappointment. I mean, wow. I'm just wondering if that was part of their thought process to do this stupid egg thing. Well, The Rock's not coming, but let's tie this thing in, this movie tie-in, and let's have Vince on camera, and then everyone will forget that The Rock was even supposed to be there. Was that maybe part of their thinking?
I mean, I think the fans should be disappointed that the other co-star of the movie, Ryan Reynolds, didn't even show up. They didn't even get anybody.
He is an attractive man. Ryan Reynolds.
Think so?
My wife does.
Tell me more.
No, we're good.
Okay.
I don't know where I was going with that. So obviously a terrible Survivor Series. The Roman Reigns match, as I said earlier. Again, I don't get his matches. Don't blow my skirt up, folks, because they're the same fucking thing over and over again, just like Hogan, just like Cena. But is he
tends
going
to be a formula?
But is he going to last like them? And is there the same excitement for his matches as them? I don't believe there is, but only time will tell. I think they need a babyface, but I don't know. Your reaction to that stuff?
You know, I don't know. Like
horrible lead-in for you. I'm sorry, dude. It's a horrible.
I don't know where to begin, but I mean, listen, the best match of the night should have been Charlotte and Becky. Had the most natural heat involved because evidently both these ladies hate each other, and those two go, bro. And those two go out there and they both try to cheat, and then there's a roll up, and there you go. So typical WWE booking. I can't stand roll up wins at this point. And then, the whole dangling the Rock carrot, it's typical, and it's Vince thinking he's being cheeky and, oh, hey, I have this Fabergé egg. Listen, I can barely fathom a Fabergé egg and its worth, if you will. And they're trying to get this over on a professional wrestling crowd.
Disgusting.
I mean, they're being entertained with a non-necessary 24/7 belt almost every week by Reggie. And now, here's an egg.
Wait, Bray, part of our breaking news, Dana Brooke, the new 24/7 champion.
There we go. Finally.
Happy for her. I love Dana Brooke. I'm a big Dana Brooke fan. Bullet babe.
You know what? She's got a great attitude. I mean, she's been through been there for a long time with very little success, and her attitude never seems to get bad. So I give her credit, man. She's probably should have been not necessarily the world champion at any point, but definitely a tag champion.
Well, now she's a 24/7 champion, and all's right in the world. Dana Brooke got her opportunity.
Which is garbage. Corey Graves was held that belt last week. Didn't Byron Saxton hold it last week?
I don't care.
Right.
Becky cut a real emotional promo after the Charlotte match. You won with a roll up, and then you're going to cut that promo?
I didn't see it.
It borderline reality, and that's why I think this whole thing is a work. I think they might have gotten a little bit of an argument, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's hatred there. I don't think that the heat is nearly as bad as they say. Because she cut this really emotional crying promo after she won with a fucking roll up. Piss off. Piss off. And the match was their worst match they've ever had between the two.
I thought you didn't watch it.
I didn't. I'm going by report.
How do you know it's
because I listened to Twitter. Twitter told me.
Twitter? Oh, okay.
John, Twitter told me. But it wasn't really necessarily because the match was bad. It was because you look at all their other matches. I mean, they had that.
Yeah.
They had that last woman standing match, which was just amazing. And they usually tear it down. But again, a roll up finish. Jerked off.
Yeah.
Jerked off. Just sellout move, and again treats us like we are idiots. That's all.
Yep.
So that's that lets us go for AEW for WWE right now. Let's head on let's shimmy on over to the world of AEW, the home of professional wrestling. Vladdy Dottie. He liked the party.
Yeah, that is the rumor. Yeah, we're shimmying on over there.
Shimmy. Oh yeah.
Shimmy shake. Look at you.
I'm going to put on my shimmying hat now.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, I think so. So what's going on? What's on the mind of the Impaler? Vladdy Dottie, what is going down?
A couple things from Dynamite, which to me was a good hour of wrestling overall. Adam
Rampage
Cole.
or Dynamite?
I'm talking about. I'm sorry, Rampage. For the Friday night Rampage for an hour, as I mentioned, was a good hour of wrestling. Adam Cole is definitely going to be the focal point of a feud between Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. I mean, they're going to be fighting for his allegiance, if you will, and it's going to be really good. I can't wait for that. So this is pretty obvious, right? Anything that any thoughts that you want to add to that with Kyle, especially when Kyle O'Reilly gets, leaves NXT, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Arrives there. It should be
100%. I mean, they left Bobby Fish to die in the ring, and I think Adam Cole ends up with the Elite overall, but
okay.
It's going to be interesting. I don't think there's going to be, I think you have dreams of Kenny and the Bucks versus Cole. I don't think they put the Red Dragons on that level. I don't think they're main events as soon as they walk in the door. Because they're not main event talent yet. Sorry.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, they got a pretty good reaction on Bobby Fish and Adam Cole together.
They did. They did, but I mean, I don't.
They're very, and even from the Ring of Honor days, they're highly respected, man. So we'll see how it goes.
We
I
will
mean, this
see
is
how
going to happen. I mean, FTR can't wait to wrestle these guys. So I would say that these guys are main eventers as far as the tag scene.
Okay. I don't know if that's the way they're going to break up Adam Cole with the Elite, though.
No, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't even know which way Adam Cole's going to go, but there's going to be a clash here and Adam Cole's going to have to decide.
In fact, there might be a point where actually there could be a very good point where Adam Cole is already strictly with the Bucks, and then O'Reilly comes out for the save. But I like your way better. Maybe they do that before Kenny, because Kenny is taking some time off. He's getting a couple surgeries. So yeah. Adam Cole's going to be the straw that stirs the Elite drink right now. So I don't know if it's going to be a battle of his soul necessarily, of him just turning on them. But we'll see. Either way is going to be, it's just great because either way it's going to be a great story. So
yeah, definitely. Another thing I want to touch base on is the Billy Gunn Darby Allin match. I was really surprised with the way they booked that match.
Oh, putting Billy over so strong.
He kicked out of the coffin drop at a 1 count. Total disrespect.
They're trying to get the Gun Club over. By the way, Gun Club is undefeated.
Yeah, I get that. And you know what? And it's impressive seeing Billy Gunn out there. He's definitely on a great diet or whatever you want to say, man. He's like in tip-top shape. There's no denying that. But I was shocked, especially after the match that Darby just had with MJF, which was one of the better wrestling matches I've seen in a while. That here he's in the ring with, okay, a bigger, great shape Billy Gunn. But like, again, how old is Billy Gunn? Like, and Darby is one of the 4 pillars, like one of the dudes there, like that they're building this company on. And I'm like, I couldn't believe that he kicked out at a 1 count and just really manhandled him for most of like the entire match.
Yeah,
really didn't put.
Yeah.
He didn't really even put. He didn't even put him over the human missile crisis. He like sidestepped it, and Darby just went and destroyed the wall, if you will.
Isn't Billy Gunn a producer? Isn't that his second job? He probably So are you saying he produced the match to put himself over real strong?
I don't know if that's a QT deal, if he's booking that match, or if it's Billy Gunn or anybody else, maybe Jerry Lynn. I don't know. But I was surprised, especially coming off the Darby MJF match at Full Gear. Darby should be able to hang pretty much everybody in that ring. And I thought like Billy Gunn like really took advantage of the scenario, man. Like just really put himself over.
Well, Darby won, and Billy Gunn, I don't think anyone got hurt by it. And actually, to be honest, I don't think Darby gets hurt by it. And Billy Gunn looks bigger now, so whatever. I'm not that. I wouldn't get too crazy about that, but I definitely see your point. Like, why is Billy Gunn like 50-something years old? Why is he doing this? Especially if you consider, especially because he was an overrated bum when he was big.
Yeah, you and I were never New Age Outlaw fans, right?
He's not an over. I love Billy Gunn. But no, I never thought they were a very good tag team. No.
You just said you love Billy Gunn?
I'm trying to be a little positive.
Wait. Wait, was it 40 seconds ago? You're telling me that you're not being disingenuous? Please.
I appreciate what he's brought to the table in AEW. And I like his kid Austin. His kid Austin's a very talented young man, rapper.
Oh, listen, his kids are probably going to be really talented and going to be wrestling for a long time. I don't doubt that, but it was just a strange way to book it, man.
It was weird, but I'm not gonna go. I wouldn't go too crazy about it. My point. I don't think either career was changed by it.
I'd say Billy's Guns is improved a little bit about it. I mean, but you know what? Again, you've been an ass man for quite some time since the Attitude Era. So
only 500,000 people watch it anyway. Who gives a shit?
You know what? Who cares? I don't even care like how many people are watching it at this moment.
I hate when people talk about ratings. I really think it just muddies up why we enjoy pro wrestling. Do we care? I mean, it's like same thing. You're not validated because Meltzer thinks something's a 5-star match, and you think and you thought it was a 3-star match. You're not wrong, and Meltzer is right. It just we get so wrapped up in these ideas and these opinions, and guys, just shut the fuck up and watch wrestling and have fun, and bitch about it when it's bad, like we do.
Yeah.
What else do we got going on in the land of AEW for you?
And finally, did you catch what happened during the CM Punk promo about QT Marshall?
No, what happened?
He actually tipped the hat to none other than Jim Cornette during that promo.
What did he say?
The way he said, "Camarado, solo, a go-go." Cornette says that same exact thing about those 3 guys whenever he's talking about QT Marshall. The same way CM Punk did it.
That was a Cornette. That was funny. So Cornette gave a little nod. I'm sorry, Punk gave a little nod to Cornette there.
And on a professional wrestling level, those 2 guys have a love for professional wrestling. And that's CM Punk doing that to him. And that's telling me he's listening to what Cornette says too. Okay. And it's just funny that that's sort of current and it's part of the shtick, and CM Punk is working it into a promo and just sprinkling that in.
Anything else? I don't know.
I'm just watching you scratch your ear. Oh, there you go.
Anyway, so what else you got for that other than me scratching my ear?
Oh, nothing, man. Just hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Safe. Enjoy.
Oh my God, yes. Thanksgiving Turkey Day. And don't forget to check out Silicon Steve Valley. He's going to have a special Thanksgiving Day episode this week. He's being me. I don't know why I'm talking to the third person. Check out High Spots and Cheap Pops. Please subscribe on the YouTube. Like us, follow us on Spotify. Like it. It's right there. Is that the right spot? But please like this and subscribe to our channel if you like anything at all. If you are interested in any kind of legal advice from the Law Offices of HS&CP, please send foot pictures to scrapdaddy69@gmail.com. Here ended the lesson.